Plotting fractions and decimal numbers on the number line. We can use number lines to represent fractions and decimal numbers along with whole numbers. Let's say we need to mark the fraction 1 1/4 on the number line. We can guess that it lies somewhere between 1 and 2, but how do we find the exact location? To find the correct position of 1 1/4, we need to divide the distance between 1 and 2 into an equal number of parts. The number of parts is the same as the number in the denominator of the fraction, which is 4 in our example. The upper number line shows the distance between 1 and 2 divided into 4 equal parts using 3 marks. The numerator of the fraction is 1, so the first of the 3 marks, which we count moving from 1 toward 2, gives us the position of 1 1/4 on the number line. To plot a decimal number on the number line, we need to divide the distance between 2 integers into 10 equal parts using 9 marks. The 10 spaces represent the tenths between 2 integers. Let's look at an example. To mark the number 1.8 on the number line, divide the distance between 1 and 2 into 10 parts, as shown in the lower number line. The 8th mark, moving from 1 toward 2, is the position of the number 1.8 on the number line.
Okay, so looking just at this first example, 1 1/4, we're using this upper number line. And so we know that there is one whole. That's that one number outside of the fraction part. So in a mixed number, we have the whole number part, and then we have the fraction part. So that whole number part tells us that we have a positive 1. But then we still have part of a whole that we need to figure out where it is. So we take that whole from 1 to 2, because we know it's between 1 and 2, and we divide that space into 4 equal parts. So the reason it's 4 equal parts is because of the denominator. If the denominator were 6, we would divide it into 6 equal parts. If the denominator were 7, we would divide this space in 7 equal parts. So when we divide into 4 equal parts, we actually only have 3 lines. That's why they said that with the 3 lines, because we have 1/4 here, 2/4 here, 3/4 here, and 4/4 makes it one whole here. Okay, so we have fourths, and we need 1 1/4. For the decimal, all decimals have a denominator, even though we don't necessarily see it. But if the decimal part is in the tenths place, that means our denominator is 10. That's why we would divide it into 10 parts. So you can see down here on the bottom, this is showing you the decimal answer. So we have the spaces between the whole numbers divided into 10 equal parts. You'll see 9 lines that requires to make 10 equal parts. So for the number 1 1/8, we know that's a positive number. So we're going to be moving to the right. We have 1 whole and then 8 parts of a whole, because those parts are divided into tenths. So this is 1 8/10.